10 seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness. 10 seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness. 10 seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness. 10 seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness. 10 seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Kubit, half court. Oh! Kubit knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness. 10 seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Kubit, half court. Oh! Kubit knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
'Good morning and welcome to NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday, hosted by Venture Academy and sponsored by NCS TV. It's the second of 8 games featuring Lathrop and Patterson in what should be a pretty good ball game between two pretty evenly matched teams. I'm Mario Ramos, along with the Triple C AA Hall of Famer, the 1993 State Junior College winning championship basketball coach at Columbia College, Denny I. We are set to check out this matchup as we turn it over to executive producer, director, and now PA announcer, Dion I. He's going to give us the starting lineups for both these squads.
Starting at the starting lineup, number 1, Doug Alvar. Number 3, Devin Hudson. Number 11, David Najee. Number 12, Brady McCreary. And number 15, Amari Coley. And now your starting lineup for Lathrop High School, 15-8 on the year. Number 3, Napoleon Reeves. Number 4, Cameron Hayes. Number 5, Ahmad Jaquette. Number 24, Cameron Jones. And number 35, Raymond Carson.
There you see the starting lineups for the Lathrop Spartans and head coach Robin Hong. They come out with a lineup of Reeves, Hayes, Jaquette, Jones, and Carson. On the other side, Patterson and Coach Jason McCleary will counter with the starting lineup of Hudson, Najee, McCleary, and Coley. It'll be Patterson in the varsity red uniforms. They'll be going from right to left on your screen to start. And Lathrop will come out in the home whites, white with the black and yellow trim. They'll be going from left to right on your screen. You're set to go, Coach. You ready for the second game of 8 here at NorCal Sports TV Super Saturday?
Absolutely. I'm fired up. I hope me might eat that little cookie snack where I don't get that crumb caught in my throat and I start choking. It'd be like having to shoot a free throw with no time left, and I stepped the line and I can't get it done. So I didn't follow it up with a little bit of water. I think I'm gonna be okay, but
I think you'll be all right.
looking forward to this ball game.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be a good one between two teams that have pretty nice records.
Yeah, Lathrop coming in 15-8 overall, 10-1 in the Western Athletic Conference. Good enough for first place. Patterson wins the tip. They check in at 16-9, 7-3 in the Central California Conference, just behind undefeated Atwater for second place. Here's Najee, gets it inside, collision at the basket. Big hit taken that time by Coley.
Starting out in a 2-3 zone. Spartans played the 2-3 zone and got that ball in behind the zone. And is that Najee you said took that ball up? Or is that
Coley?
Coley's at the line. He took that ball strong to the basket. I think it was Carson who tried to block the shot and fouled him pretty good.
Carson picks up his first. Yes, Coley was 1 of 2 at the free throw line.
Let's see what they set up on their down at their end of defense here. Looks like both teams are playing the zone. Oh, nice fake pivot out. It's like, whoa.
Got the defenders to head out to the corner. Napoleon Reeves underneath the basket all by himself.
Like a sort of a 2-1-2 not necessarily a trapping defense.
Najee tried to find McCleary in the corner. He was relocating up on the wing. A little miscommunication results in a turnover.
They put that pressure on, see if they can speed him up a little bit, and they sped him up and they turned it over.
Hayes goes away from the ball screen, gets a layup on the baseline. Nice drive by Cameron Hayes.
A lot of times you set that screen in the middle, the defender's worried about fighting over the screen, and the help man's worried about switching, and there's no help. You just drive baseline and lay it in. That's what happened on that one.
Turnover, ball poked out. Here comes Lathrop.
2 straight turnovers. Flare screen. Yeah. Nice fake.
Ooh, nice roll from Jaquette. Gets it to rolling off the glass. So 3 buckets from the Spartans from 3 different players. As we get going here in the early going. Baseline pass to McCleary. Nearly jumped into our set. Kept it in bounds, but over to Jaquette, who takes a runner. That one too strong, gets his own board. Now the Spartans look to reset, but that pass was picked off. Coley coming the other way. Coley going right at Carson again. That's 2 quick fouls on Carson. As quickly off the bench for Lathrop is Christian Burster. He's going to come in to replace the big man who picked up 2 as you see Jaquette getting that little runner to go in.
I see on our roster they don't show the height, but Christian, I'm going to guess him at about 6'7".
Yeah,
from my experience, maybe even 6'8".
So 2 quick fouls.
Or either that, or I just been watching the earlier game where they had a lot of freshmen and sophomores playing it. He's somewhere in that range. He's got some height.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know how many times I see a big gentleman, a tall gentleman, young man in a grocery store or Walmart or whatever. And when I was coaching, I'd always go up, "Do you play basketball?"
First instinct.
Yeah, well, I mean, hey, you never know. I actually found one once.
Yeah?
But it did not end up a very good story. He showed up. He showed up.
Just did a workout.
He was basically homeless. After about a week later, he stole some of his teammates' clothes and grabbed the first freight train out of town.
Speaking of freight trains, there's David Najee. Looked like a freight train going down that lane. Gets a bucket to go. Hayes 3-pointer won't drop. There's a kick out. Wing 3 is good for Cameron Jones.
Nice shot. Burster come in and got the offensive rebound. He looked a little unsure what he wanted to do. As far as he took a dribble and then kicked it out. But he'll his size is definitely going to be a factor.
It was Jason McCleary. Thought Amari Coley had a clean rebound on that one over the top of Burster. The officials called him over the back call. We got Fred Salgado and Tim Brenlin, our officials today. As Tim Brenlin makes the call. That one's out of bounds. Going to stay on the baseline over to Lathrop.
Ahmad seems to be the main ball handler here for Lathrop. He's been involved in almost everything so far. Bringing it up, attacking, taking some shots.
Here he is triggering the inbounds play. Try to get it to Burster. Errant pass picked off. Ends up in the hands of Jaquette. Ahmad Jaquette with his second basket.
Right place at the right time, I guess.
Coley gets it over. There's McCleary in the corner. Good block out.
Yeah, that was really good. Sometimes when you get that good block out, the ref will call you for
Yeah.
a foul. I'm glad they let him go a little bit on that one.
Napoleon Reeves able to cash it in on the fast break. Lathrop getting out, running when they want to. Here's Coley taking a lot of contact. You've seen him attack the basket pretty aggressively. He's going to go back to the free throw line.
We'll see if somebody's either smart enough or foolish enough to try to take a charge against him. I'm sure they have football at their high school, and
Yeah.
I'd be willing to bet he's running back or a tight end.
Yeah, Patterson had a really good football team. Shout out to head coach Rob Cozart, the Patterson High football team.
As the game progresses, I often try to point out little fundamental things, not to belittle anybody, but just to help people that are watching and listening, or maybe the player that wants to listen about himself, whether he wants to heed my tidbits or whatever, that's totally up to him. On those last two free throws, I noticed he got ready to shoot his free throw. He put the ball to the left side of his body. That potentially sometimes has you not follow through the way you're supposed to. You'd be better off to keep that ball to the right side instead of taking it all the way coast to coast.
Ooh, what a move by Doug Avalar, the junior guard, sneaking in under the length of Burster right there to get the layup. Good finish. As Hayes comes off the Burster screen, gets to the elbow. Nice jumper by Cameron Hayes. He's got 4 in the ball game.
Nice dribble to the left, pull up, shoot, and allowed Burster to step right in front of the rim and be ready to rebound if he happened to miss. See if Burster gets a few more offensive boards because of those things.
There's a lot of space in that back side of that zone right there. See the back line of the zone kind of creeping up. McCleary tried to get back there. Burster able to get a hand on it. Cause a deflection.
That's where having your bench in front of you helped, because Burster wasn't really in the spot where he was supposed to be in the bench. I think the coach was yelling to him to watch over his right shoulder, and he took a step and was able to get his hand on it and deflect it.
Najee tried to slip it inside to Coley. Pass deflected.
There's my first suggestion. He should jump stop, fake, and then make the pass instead of trying to pass off the dribble, and actually passes off the dribble across his body, which makes it easier for the defender to read and stick his hand out and deflect or steal it.
Cat, 3-ball corner pocket, rolls out, Burster, and you got a good block out by McCleary. He's going to force the over the back call.
Didn't get a chance to see that one, but a lot of times if you know that player's going to shoot, you want to step inside as the offensive rebounder, not wait until he shoots. As soon as you know he's open, as an offensive player, go establish position and get in front of the rim. Burster tried to go for the board, but he went over the back.
Najee using that footwork there to come to a jump stop, take a nice free throw line jumper. He's got 4 in the ball game for Patterson.
I found over the years it's hard to have a player understand that. There was a gentleman that was a little bit of a unique individual, played in the NBA named Dennis Rodman. Beautiful shot. Beautiful shot. Dennis Rodman, if you ever watch any of his films, you'll see him always working behind the defense, and when they get ready to shoot, he boxes out the defender, and he's got inside position. That's why he averaged Lord knows how many rebounds.
Nice block shot by Hayes on Aguilar. And here comes the other way, Cameron Jones on the break, gets it to go, and one.
Nice drive to the bucket.
So Cameron Jones got a 3-point basket from behind the line. This time he gets the old-fashioned 3-point play opportunity after he takes the bump.
There's the replay. Taking it up strong, getting himself balanced. And he gets the old-fashioned 3.
So Lakeup picks up the foul. Jones caps off the three-point play. We got a 30-second timeout taken by Patterson. We'll take a break with them. We'll be back on Super Saturday on NorCal Sports TV.
One falling down.
Tall.
We're back to the action here on Super Saturday. NorCal Sports TV bringing you 8 high school basketball games. This is the second of those 8. Earlier we saw Cornerstone Christian beat Langston Hughes 72-41. Here we have a 20-8 ball game between Lathrop and Patterson as Najee attacks the basket with no abandon, gets his own rebound momentarily but lost the handle. Comes Jones the other way to Hayes. Floater won't go. Rebound McCleary. Avalar slips it inside. Nice pass to Najee. Layup's good for 2. He's got 6. Good look there by Doug Avalar. Seen him be aggressive with the dribble that time. Nice no-look pass. He had a shooter out on the wing. He's looking that way. This guy's gotten it going for Lathrop. He's got 9 in the quarter. That's his first from range. Ahmad Jaquette. He's been the story here in the first for the Spartans. Jaquette switches up the top to Avalar. Nice pass inside to McCleary. Avalar starting to move the ball around, finding his teammates. Gets Brady McCleary his first basket. It's 23-12. Zone look here for the Tigers. Straightaway 3 for Jaquette. Got 1, gets another. Ahmad Jaquette now with 12 points.
He's pretty deep on that one too. I couldn't quite tell. I know we may get a chance on the replay to see how deep he is from a different camera angle. Looked to me like he was 4 or 5 feet behind that line. And of course, they don't have the high school line here. They're playing the college line in this gym.
That's a good point. As Najee gets inside, Burster. But a lot of times when these kids come
There
out to
comes
these,
his 3. There's his 3 right there. Yeah, that's good distance.
and say a lot of times these kids come out and they see that college line. They we had a showcase at Columbia College, right, that has both the three-point lines, and a lot of those kids were stepping back behind the college three-point line. It's just a little enticing when we see it out there.
Yes,
sometimes.
for sure. Is that Burster's second or third foul? He acted like he didn't reach down. Hopefully he'll be able to watch on YouTube his game film tonight and see that he definitely did reach down to pick up that foul. He needs to learn how to what we call wall up. Just keep your hands straight up in the air. Anytime you basically break that plane, they're going to almost call the foul most of the time.
It's the second on Burster as he heads to the line. So Burster with 2, Carson with 2. Both Lathrop big men in foul trouble here in the first quarter. Patterson able to come up with the stop on their end. Looking to cash it in as they get Najee at the foul line. Tried to hit a cutting to Nico. Back door, nothing doing. Nice pass. Jaquette hit Reeves, but a little too long. Reeves able to throw it off a Tiger.
That last play down there, it was a good job. He tried to feed the player behind the zone, and I think the player that caught it was a little bit unsure what he wanted to do. He didn't catch it first and get his feet under him, so he fumbled the ball.
Hayes, runner, bounces up and in, good for 2. Cameron Hayes with 6.
He does a nice job of penetrating against that zone.
Hudson, it's over to Coley. Coley trying to drive the baseline. Good defense that time by McCullough. Final seconds. As Hayes is going to launch one at the buzzer. It won't go. But everything else seemed to be working for Lathrop in the first quarter. They're up big. 28-13 over Patterson after 1 quarter of play. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter on NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday.
We'll be right back.
10 seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Kubit, half court. Oh! Kubit knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Way up from Los Angeles.
From
We
Los
just
Angeles.
heard that. What made you put Miles Little into the camp?
Well, you know, we were looking for an overnight camp that would really help develop his sort of independence. And this looked like a beautiful setting for the kids and also really foster his independence.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter between Lathrop and Patterson. It'll be Spartan basketball. Lathrop will take it out as we start. Mario Ramos along with Denny I. Here in Livermore, California at Las Positas. Nice interior passing. That one was blocked. Good job by Lamelli to get the block shot as here comes Jones the other way.
The bunny.
Run out.
He gets the bunny.
Cameron Jones with 8 in the ball game.
He goes, man, I like that kind of bucket.
Don't get much easier than that one. There's Coley. He's off to Hudson. Patterson trying to string together some consistency offensively. Coley, it's inside. That one blocked by Jaquette. Spartans again looking to run. Hayes finishes at the rim. Good for 2. Coley gets it at the foul line. Kick out McCleary. 3-pointer. Short. Rebound. Up and in. Nice follow by Daniel Leka. A 1-3-1 look from Patterson defensively. Trying to find something that'll slow down that guy right there, Ahmad Jaquette. And this fellow right here as well can't get it to go. It's Cameron Hayes. Ball goes over to Hudson and the Tigers. Coley streaking down the lane. Coley's layup rolls off the rim. McCullough up ahead, gets it over to Reeves. Reeves stops on a dime, puts it up with the left hand. Nice soft touch.
Lathrop gets that ball out really quick, runs their lanes, and push the ball up the floor. They're getting a handful of easy fast break buckets.
Coach Robin Hong took over late in the year, late in kind of the preseason for this team. He was actually over at Venture Academy helping out with that program for a little bit and then made the shift over to Lathrop basically a couple days after the season even started. So he got a late start with these guys. We saw them early on over in Atwater. And that was a team that was trying to find themselves, and it looks like you mentioned, they're finding a little bit of their identity.
Yeah, they're playing good for sure so far. Got some sound fundamentals. They definitely run the lanes on the fast breaks.
Foul's going to go against Anthony McKinnon. Picks up his first. Here's Najee back into the ball game at that elbow area. Try to get it inside to Lamelli. Pass a little too high for him. And they'll go over to Lathrop. You take a look at the replay. You see Reeves again. Coming back to that left hand. Nice finish.
Got himself a jump stop, got himself balanced.
Quentin Bahaman into the game. Got it in the corner. Gets it up top to McKinnon. Jones. Najee got a block shot, but got some body as well.
He was able to draw the foul. He had the man on the left block open on his penetration as well. Once he gets up in the air, though, he's pretty much committed to having to shoot it. If he tries to pass it when he's up in the air, that's probably not going to be the result you'd like to have. Lathrop against this zone, they'll pass it to the wing, and then they'll cut through the ball side corner and basically try to overload that zone. And then they pass it back to the wing, and then the wings just penetrate the gaps, and then they're just playing basketball from there.
Jones goes 1 of 2. He's got 9 for Lathrop. 20-point lead for the Spartans. There's another steal. Here's a run out. Bahaman drops it off to Reeves. Nice dish. Good unselfishness. Reeves now with 8 points. Jones trying to anticipate another steal. Here's Coley driving the baseline. Ball knocked out of bounds. That's going to stay with Patterson. Hudson to trigger the inbound. McCleary comes off a screen. Left it short. Reeves, and again, here comes Lathrop looking to run. Bahaman kept it in bounds. What a save! McCullough nearly got that one to go down. Now Patterson looking to attack. Najee goes strong to the basket.
I was talking about.
And I think you could have took your pick. You had the push off and the charge.
Yeah, I used the term he's committed to the drive. You could tell he was not going to pass the ball. There was that nice little jump in the air and the assist on a previous play. There's a gap in that zone.
Kenyon can't get that one to go.
The difference is in the zones. Patterson's pretty much playing zone when they're leaving gaps open. Lathrop's playing the zone, but if you watch it, almost sometimes you think they're playing man for man because they'll adjust and match up with whoever's in their area.
Jones steps into the passing lane, gets another steal. We got another Patterson timeout as the Tigers take a full one. Breaking the action here on NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday. We'll be back after this word from our sponsors.
Ten seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Welcome back to NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday, brought to you in part by the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp, a 5-day overnight basketball camp, a sleepaway camp for boys and girls grades 4th through 12th. Includes lodgings and meals. All games professionally filmed by NorCal Sports TV and coaches from the NBA, college, and high school level, including our very own Hall of Famer, Denny I, who's always up there.
Great basketball camp.
Yeah.
Great basketball camp. I started working it back in the 80s. Took all my sons up there for summers. It was their highlight of the year. It was like Christmas in the summertime when they could go to the basketball camp and play ball and meet people from other parts of the state and even out-of-staters. And I stopped getting in the middle of that zone. But now that basketball camp is a great camp, and they'll get fundamentals. They'll learn. They'll meet friends. We do game film evaluations. Yeah. Also, all the games are broadcast on NorCal Sports TV, so you'll be able to see them play.
Yep.
With announcers, etc. Are you up there at that camp?
Yes, sir.
I thought I recognized you.
Yes, sir.
You were giving me all sorts of props. Oh, don't be watching that.
Trying, Coach. You got a long list of accolades. It makes it easy.
He spun on that baby and hung in the air.
Yeah, that was a nice move by Quentin Bahaman. And that one to get to the basket, everything but the finish. Took some contact. He'll head to the free throw line for a pair. Yeah, but just a beautiful setting up there in Sonora at the Sierra Outdoor School. And like you mentioned, the parents get an opportunity to send their kids away to camp, but also check in on them, be able to watch the broadcast. So great opportunity. For more information, to learn more, you can go to norcalsportstv.com/camp or call 888-350-4070. Again, that's 888-350-4070.
Well, the other great thing to worry about that is you don't have to worry about your son or daughter trying to go out at nighttime and get into trouble.
No, sir.
Because we send scares to them, tell them there's bears and stuff out there. It's up in the mountains. They do see deer.
Yeah.
But, it's a beautiful setting.
Mohammed again getting to the basket. This time able to finish. Knocks that one down. Coley kicks it up top to Avalar. That one intended for Coley. Pass in the hands of McCullough. Jones tried to slip it inside to Reeves. Ball still loose on the baseline. It's going to go over to Lathrop.
Jones does a really nice job of penetrating. I would like to see him penetrate in there and mix it up a little bit and do a jump stop, get himself under control. The last 2 times he's penetrated hard, he's gotten up into the air, and he's going to have turnovers. His assist-to-turnover ratio is not going to be what he would like to have it be.
Sometimes you just run out of time, right, when you're up there in the air. Not a lot of us got that hang time where we could evaluate our decisions up there and come to a jump stop.
Well, you got to, I mean, it's very rare. I mean, usually when you penetrate, get up in the air, you maybe got sort of one idea what you're going to do.
Yeah.
You're either going to shoot it, and then maybe you got a secondary idea that you're going to pass it to somebody. Well, the defense pretty much reads that opportunity too, so they'll maybe anticipate a pass. If he'll jump stop, now he can understand the defense has shifted, and he can fake the pass and go to an alternative choice. He'll have 2 or 3 other opportunities in his. He'll make his teammates better, and he'll cut down his actual turnovers. And we're not talking about 4, 5, 6, 7 turnovers. We're just talking about trying to save 1 or 2. Nice shot in the corner.
3 ball in the corner pocket for Doug Avalar off the nice dish. Amari Coley drew a crowd. That one won't go for McCullough.
There's an old saying, you need to play every possession. And I always tell my players at the beginning of the years, how many of you guys have ever lost a ball game by 1 or 2 points? And, woo, nice shot. Not only can he drive, but he can hit that outside J. It's Amari Coley, right?
Yeah, junior power forward, knocking that one down from range. He's got 5 in the ball game for Patterson. McKinnon, it's out to McCullough. Nice jab fake. It's inside. Can't get the layup to go down. Ball last touched by the Tigers. You had 3 Tigers converging on that one. Couldn't pull it in, so that'll stay with Lathrop.
For all the listeners that want to get better, you can freeze your game films on your whatever you're watching it on. And when a player penetrates to the middle or passes it into the post, freeze your screen and see how many players are looking at the ball. I'll be willing to bet that there's anywhere from easily 3 up to 5 defenders that'll be looking at the ball. So if you can get your footwork and your faking and your fundamentals down as a catcher, a post player, pivot, fake, pass, or as a penetrator, stop, fake, and pass, you'll have numerous positive opportunities. Too many players get in there and jump and pass off the dribble, and too many post players dribble before they look.
2-3 zone here for Lathrop. Again, pressuring out on the perimeter is Bohaman. Lamelli gets good position down low. Can't get the reverse layup. Nice save. Good job by Ramirez to keep that one in bounds. And here's Lamelli turns and puts that one in for 2.
He was comfortable turning to his left shoulder with his right hand and make that power move. Most right-handers like to pivot towards their left shoulder. So if they're going to score on the right block, they better be high enough that when they make that pivot, they're not going to be stuck behind the backboard.
Basket, yeah. Step back 3. Got it to go. Cameron Hayes ended up with the offensive rebound, so then let me just step back behind the line and get all 3 of these. Makes the lead 22 as the shot clock's turned off. Final seconds of the first half. Here's Coley looking to go to work at Hayes. And Jaquette met him up in the air. Good sportsmanship to help pick him up as Jaquette's going to pick up the foul. Coley's going to go back to the free throw line for trips 7 and 8 here in the first half.
Now he'll take the ball to his left side of his body. Not that big of a deal, but watch where he dribbles it. And he brings it over to his left side. He's got a nice shot. When they're young, you don't want to mess with the player's psychic on their free throws, but if you bring the ball over to your left side of your body, then when you bring the ball up, your elbow's going to be sticking out.
That chicken wing, right?
Now he'll shift it over, but that you shouldn't have to do that. Again, it's a good shot, so I wouldn't mess with it, but just something for young people to look at. When you're working on your free throws, try to do the best 100% fundamentally sound thing you can do. There's the half.
Carson's three won't go, and that will do it for one half of play. Lathrop up big over Patterson. It's 47-27 after one half of play here on NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday.
Oh, that's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get off to a good start.
Here's your second one falling down. Third
that's a tough miss right there. It's always good to get off to a good start.
Here's your second one falling down. Third.
Back to start the second half of play between Lathrop and Patterson here on NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday. Along with Denny I am Mario Ramos. We Patterson ball as we start the second half. Tigers down by 20, 47-27 as we begin the second half of play. Here's Hudson, gets in the lane. That one won't go.
I like what they did. They ran an offensive man behind the zone, and then they came out and ball picked for the point guard. And when you play a zone, if you set a screen or a ball pick at the top, a lot of times nobody's going to switch like they would normally in a man-for-man. Nice three-pointer in the corner there. Got to start the second half by McCleary.
Coach's son steps back behind the three-point line, knocks down the triple. Another thing, too, about those coaches' sons, you got a couple of them out there coaching in the junior college level.
Yeah.
Traveled by Hayes.
They grew up around the sport. They ended up liking it. I always early on, I wanted to be interested, but I made them act like I wasn't going to take them to it, so they started begging me. Oh, Dad, I want to go to the game. Well, I don't know. They used to want to play with the college guys when they were in like 5th grade, and I said, when you can catch the ball, I'll let you play with the college guys. I said, what do you mean I can catch the ball? And, they were like 4th or 5th grade, so I made them go down the end of the floor and I'd throw a full-court hard baseball pass to them. And, of course, they weren't strong enough to catch it, so as soon as you're strong enough to catch it, you can play.
Yeah,
so
play.
About 7th grade, they were able to start mixing it up with the college guys.
Nice. Here's Cameron Hayes, puts it on the wing. Ball swung over to Jaquette. Jones popping up. Straightaway three off the back rim. Carson with the rebound. Still has it inside. Going to throw one up off the back iron. Jones with the rebound. Jones takes the bump and one.
Puts it up there left-handed. But be more specifically, my two sons, you brought them up. The youngest, Devin, is the head coach at San Jose City College. They're ranked top 5 in the state of California. They're in line to win the Coast South Conference and have a legitimate chance to get to the state Final 8 this year. And Tyson is the head coach at Allen Hancock in Santa Maria. He's our oldest. And they're in first place in their conference down in Southern California. They'll have to pull off an upset if they're going to make it to the state Final 8. But he took a team there about 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Dion has NorCal Sports TV. So streams these games and then runs the 2 summer basketball camps, NorCal Sports basketball camps. So
Hudson shot blocked and last touch by the Tigers. Just that over to Lathrop. So you mentioned your sons, obviously coaching community college level. You yourself a Hall of Famer. Coached at Columbia. As Hayes gets all the way to the basket, gets it to go. Still close with Coach Rob Hoyt there at Columbia. You saw Coach Giacomosi from Las Positas here. So when you're a college coach and you're coming to these events, what type of things are you looking for as Lathrop's got another run out?
Well, obviously we look for talent, but the things that I look for, the intangibles that can help you be a championship level team, is a combination of work ethic and attitudes. Like I would watch.
That's a big one. That's one of the ones that I don't know if kids take for granted or overlook, but I mean that's something that coaches are obviously paying attention to when they're coming out and looking at these kids, how they interact with their
especially,
teammates.
I mean, if I spent I can't know the exact years. I was head coach for 40 years. I was head coach at 4-year colleges and universities. I was head coach at community colleges. Community college, you're going to get the young man 1 or 2 years. 4-year college, you're going to get a young man for 4 years possibly if he plays the full 4. But like right now, if I was watching this game and let's say one of the teams, something doesn't go right and the coach calls timeout and wants to talk to his player or whatever, I'll look to see what the player's attitude is. Is he rolling his eyes? Is he copping an attitude? Is he positive? How do they act when they sub in and out? Because I mean, if you're subbing out the game and you're pouting or copping an attitude, you're basically telling your teammate, I'm more interested in me than you and the team. Little things like that, the intangibles. Nice drive, but just overall, I mean, I literally, people may or not believe this, but I sometimes left the ball game after the first time out of the first quarter. Watch the way a player would warm up, watch how he acted or reacted. Comes out of the game, goes down, sits at the end of the bench, flops, sticks his legs out straight. Coach calls timeout to talk to him, he doesn't look at the coach. Just things like that. I mean, who wants to coach someone who doesn't want to be coached?
Yeah, exactly, right? You want to be there. Be there. You want to be coached up. As Coley got the offensive rebound, went back at Carson. Carson's going to pick up his 3rd. He's going to bring Burster off the bench. Amari Coley will head back to the free throw line.
Now again, you can see it from this end. Again, he's got a good shot, and there's no way I expect this young man to change because he's got a good shot. But I would not fundamentally teach a player to dribble the ball and then take the ball to the left side of their body and then bring it up to shoot it. But he straightens it out, and that's why he's able to make the shot. It's a lot easier just to take it up the right side and keep it straight.
6 of 10 is Coley from the free throw line. He's been active with the dribble, getting himself to the foul line. Here's Jaquette.
He went to the left hand. That was nice.
Just shield the ball from the defender.
I would say he has college potential for sure, Jaquette.
Got 14 in the game. Nice no-look pass, and Jones just couldn't handle it.
He was looking up at the rim. You got to catch the ball first. It's like the shortstop in baseball. You got to keep your eye on the ball till it gets all the way into your glove. If you take your eye off it for a second, your chance you're going to fumble it.
Coley driving the lane, attacking the basket. Can't get it to go down. Burster fighting for the loose ball, keeps it in line. Here's Jaquette out ahead to Jones, who's streaking up for another one.
That last time when McCleary caught the ball in the middle of the zone at the free throw line, he basically he threw the ball right back to the player who fed it to him. I'd like him to turn and look like right there.
It just put so much pressure on the defense. like you said, all those eyeballs are looking in.
Well, when it gets into the high post, it's exactly where you want it. Now, be patient. See if you take a look. See, he's not taking a look at all. He's just dribbling right away, which is okay. If you think you got to beat attack, so that's okay. But even I don't like it when a player catches it at the high post and then just flips it right back to the guy who fed it to him.
Yeah, I used to tell my players they're more afraid of you than you are of them when you get the ball in there, because they don't want you to have the ball in that area. Because, like you said, converges everybody on the zone, leaves those opposite wings open. And here's a 3-ball in the corner pocket. Burster was hit on the follow attempt.
There's Burster right in front of the rim. That's where he's supposed to be to get those rebounds.
Using that height. He was pushed by McCleary on the follow. Christian Burster.
Could be a late developer as far as his size. Pretty good looking stroke at the free throw line. You never know how, when the growth spurt's going to end or when they start to fill out with their strength-wise. Most times big guys, sometimes they struggle just because of balance and strength and their growth development. I'm not saying that about him in particular. I'm just talking about sometimes a huge number of big men. When they say big men, guys over 6'7" or 6'8", it takes a while sometimes for them to grow into their body or whatever. There's that overload.
Get Najee in the post.
Yeah, there he goes. He attacked that one. He didn't need to look. He said, just give me the ball. I'm going to get it and go.
He's so quick out there with the ball. David Najee with another
he'd
bucket.
be a heck of a cornerback. Look at that steal.
Right on
Nice
cue.
left. Oh,
Ooh,
I thought he was gonna make that left hand.
Takes the bump by Bahaman. Najee.
Got good foot speed, good strength too.
Najee 6'1", 200-pound junior. First free throw off the mark. One of 3 so far from the stripe. We'll get one more. 1 of 2 on that trip.
Tickled the twine on the second one.
Now in double figures with 10. As Patterson showing full court pressure of a 2-2-1 press. Spartans able to break that pretty easily as McKinnon slashing to the basket, gets hit by Coley.
Burster, I think is how it's pronounced, did a great job of breaking the middle, but I don't know if you noticed when he caught the ball, he dribbled it, and then he turned and passed it. So he has the habit. He did that now when he got an offensive rebound. He actually got off a rebound, dribbled it, and then passed it out. That's something that I would suggest that he work on. Try not to dribble it. Just go ahead and pivot and take your time and find out who you want to pass it to. It's a habit that's hard to break. People grow up playing basketball, and every time they catch it, they tend to dribble it. And you're 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. Every time you catch it and you dribble, now all of a sudden,
Coach telling you dribble too much, right?
You try to teach them not to dribble it, and it's just hard. I'm not sure if I could give it a comparison to something else. I mean, it's almost as automatic as when you take a spoonful of food to your mouth, you open your mouth. I don't know. I don't know what I can say. Now let's see. Now there, he did it right there. So that was nice. That's exactly what he could do. The only thing I would suggest is when he threw it to basically behind him. If he would have pivoted and looked up the floor, he might have had a teammate wide open for a layup. Nice defense. Turn and look. See, he didn't look. Now he's looking. We took a dribble first.
Dribble down, yeah. Here's Coley going straight to the basket. Runs into a couple of Spartans. And back to the free throw line will be Amari Coley for trips 11 and 12.
I got guys who come to the college level. We would have to work on that nearly every day. We call it a flash post. I gave him a number, a 45 or a 35 cut. If he was a 4-man, he would be on the low block and he'd flash to the high post. If he was a 35 cut, he'd be a wingman. So we'd say 45 cut, 35 cut, catch, pivot, and look behind the line. So we wouldn't let them dribble it. They'd catch, pivot, catch, pivot, catch, pivot.
Yeah.
Both directions. Try to get them comfortable, because then you can swing the ball to the other side or feed high-low.
Then if necessary, you still have that dribble available.
And you can still take the dribble. In fact, you're going to be a lot better off because you're going to be balanced when you do your pivot instead of committing to something immediately. Nice box out by the Patterson players.
Hudson lost the handle. Bahaman's got McKinnon with them, but he'll take it himself.
Out of bounds. Good call by the official.
Tim Brinley all over that one. Bahaman jumping back inbounds, but never established position.
I probably couldn't jump that high, so I'm not going to guess whether Bahaman was trying to be a little fancy, or it's just the fact that he could jump so quick and so high that he ended up doing that little. Now, see, there we go again. He's catching and dribbling to his favorite hand. Catch it and pivot and look first. Make a little pump fake and then go ahead and do what you want. Basically do a wing move. Turn, fake, and then do a move. Or pass. Especially against the zone. I like Patterson's playing much better this half. Basically playing them even this quarter, aren't they? I think they were down 19 or 20 at the half.
Yeah, it's been pretty even here in the third. Bahaman kicks out. Hayes got a clean look. Left it short. Rebound Hudson. As we come up on 1 minute left to play in the third. Yeah, it's a 20-point lead. 47-27 at halftime. So both teams with 14 points apiece here in the third. Patterson looking to break that tie advantage here in the third. They can get a bucket. Shot clock's winding down. Hudson gets to the basket with 1 second left and left it a little bit short.
Nice idea. That's why you do those layup drills. You get some really, nice steal. You get some strange angles sometimes. Reverse layup, flip layups, half hooks or whatever. They call it the Mikan drill, where you just stand out of the basket and you shoot a layup one side, layup the other side, and you just go all different angles, because that's going to happen sometimes.
Got a substitution. Najee will check back into the game for Patterson. Final 30 seconds. Got about 5 seconds difference between shot and game clock. Cristosimo tried to come up the lane and he was grabbed by McCleary.
Offensive man sealed him off pretty good, did his job.
So the Spartans can hold for the final shot as the shot clock's turned off. And we're going to have another foul away from the ball.
I'm not sure who he called it. I almost thought the offensive player was pushing a little bit too much, trying to do what we call a pro pop, where he was posting up the wing and then popping out. Did a little chicken wing push on him, but I'm not sure.
Hayes, surrounded by 3 Tigers, kicks it out. Clean look on the wing. That one won't go for Serrano.
So much for the last shot of the quarter.
7 seconds left here for Patterson. Hudson gets over to Ramirez. Ramirez going to have to put it up, and that one's too strong, and that'll do it.
Good pump fake to get himself open, but wasn't able to connect on the shot.
After 3, it's 61-41. Lathrop over Patterson. We'll be back with the fourth quarter from NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday after this.
Ten seconds to play. They need another 3 to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Back to start the fourth quarter of play. NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday. This is the second of 8 games. The first one we saw Cornerstone Christian defeat Langston Hughes 72-41. Here in our second game, Lathrop leads Patterson 61-41 as we head to the fourth. Up next, we'll have Mountain House and McLean, followed by James Logan and Grant at 2. Then Venture Academy and University Prep will hit the court at 3:30. Followed by Indercombe and St. Joseph's. Should be a very good matchup at 5 o'clock here on NorCal Sports TV. Then we have Liberty and Central at 6:30, followed by our nightcap Monterey Trail and San Joaquin Memorial at 8 o'clock. So wall-to-wall basketball action on NorCalSportsTV.com, YouTube.com/NorCalSportsTV. Follow us on our social media at NorCal Sports TV, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter for all the latest here from Super Saturday as Bohamon's three-pointer won't go and Najee pulls down the rebound. Mario Ramos along with the Hall of Famer Denny I. Nice pass dropped off inside to McCleary. Can't get that one to go. The ball's going to head over to Lathrop.
See, there's that little layup in there kind of action. You have to understand he needs to put maybe a little spin on it or be able to extend out a little bit more and get that shot because he's right under the basket. And those shots aren't easy if you don't work on them. If you work on them, you'll complete those.
Ball knocked out of bounds by a Tiger. We'll stay with Lathrop as Cameron Hayes will trigger the inbound for the Spartans. Tried to get it up top to Burster. Burster hook shot, short. Rebound pulled in by Tinoco. He threw it away though, and Lathrop's going to end up with another possession. High post area for Burster.
There's the look.
Took his time.
Yeah,
got
he
himself
turned
a
and
nice
looked.
shot.
So he turned and looked. He gave him the opportunity. He was pretty much committed to the rim, though. I didn't see him looking to pass anybody. There's a box out. Good job by Burster.
Losing the handle of the Spartans. Najee can't complete it at the other end. Bohaman with the rebound.
Lost his grip. There's no way he missed it that easily. He just lost his grip. If I see a guy miss a shot and pin it short, I always ask him immediately, what were you looking at? And they'll say the rim. But they were trying to bank it in. And I said, well, now, if you're trying to bank it in, why would you be looking at the rim?
Yeah.
So what happens is they put it halfway between their target and what they're really trying to do. That's how they'll pin those shots. If that makes sense. So if you're going to make a layup, look at the square and good it up on that square.
No square necessary for Bohaman on that one. Puts in the layup off the pass from Hayes. Patterson's going to take a 30-second timeout. We'll get a word from our sponsors. We'll be back here at Livermore at the NCS TV Super Saturday.
10 seconds to play. They need another three to tie the game. Cuban, half court. Oh! Cuban knocks down the half court, ties the game. Oh my goodness.
Welcome back. Super Saturday brought to you in part by the NCS TV Summer Basketball Camp, a 5-day overnight basketball camp for boys and girls grades 4th through 12th. For more information, go to norcalsportstv.com/camp. I think
We're back now. We lost
back.
some.
Yeah, we lost it a little bit, but I think we're back. Hopefully,
You're right. Just by the middle of promoting that great basketball camp, and all of a sudden, boom, it went out on us. And we must have driven under one of the overpasses on the freeway. That's what happens with my Sirius radio.
Yeah.
I'm jamming out to
Lose a little
the
reception.
Four Tops and the Temptations,
Okay,
and all of a sudden,
Coach.
what? And then I get under the bridge or the viaduct or whatever you call it, and then it comes back on.
Najee powering through the contact from Carson, who's come back onto the court and picks up another foul. That's his fourth. So he's having a little bit of bad luck as far as the foul column's concerned.
That reminds me of back in the day when we had just regular TV, and every once in a while you'd see something come on the screen of technical difficulties.
Mm-hmm.
But what was even better was at about midnight, they'd play the national anthem, and then they'd say, we're signing off now, and we'll be back tomorrow morning. People don't understand what that means anymore because you can watch TV 24/7. I don't know if it's interesting or not, but I had the, I guess the pleasure or whatever to take my second coaching job at Murray State Community College in Art in Tishomingo, Oklahoma.
Okay.
And it was still, we're talking about in the mid-'70s when they just had the 3 or 4 TV channels. They didn't have all these internets and Netflixes.
Yeah.
So I'm down there living in this little hick town in southeast Oklahoma, and the NBA playoffs are coming, and Larry Bird and all the guys are playing the Lakers and Magic Johnson, and so the game's going to start because we're in the Midwest. So the game's going to start, like at 9 or 9. Well, it was actually coming out. I don't know why it was so late. It was East Coast. It was 10:30. The Celtics, and so it was after the news. So it said, "Stay tuned for the NBA playoffs," and then doggone little hillbilly town It changed from CBS to NBC, and I had to watch Johnny Carson.
Oh.
And it says, stay tuned for the NBA. And then, boom, it changed channels. It went from CBS to NBC or whatever it was.
Put the okie doke on
And it was
you.
like, oh, my gosh.
Oh,
no.
nice between the leg pass for Cameron Jones over to Elijah McCullough.
Pistol Pete Maravich. Yeah, he watched it, Pistol Pete. That's one of my heroes.
Take a look at this. Oh, yeah, I love me some Pistol Pete. Cameron Jones looking every bit of that from that pass right there.
I never tried that in a game, but I used to do that in pickup games, but I'd do it going at the player, and I'd take it behind my back and put it with my legs, and then I strained my hamstring once because you got to stretch your legs out. And I say, okay, well, man, that's what you get for trying to show off, trying to be cool in the City League game at 40. We got lost again.
We lost it again.
I'm not sure if we're on or not, but
I think they got us
yeah,
still.
we're back now. We're coming in and out here.
There's a basket on the other end by Patterson. Able to finish that one as Hayes gets it off a bullet pass from Carson and able to handle it. Now Hudson's out the other way.
Hayes has had a bunch of opportunities down there.
Yeah.
I think that's his third one now. He's right in front of us a little bit. Remember we talked about the one earlier where he fumbled it because he didn't look at the rim, and that one he had to way down by his ankles to catch a full-speed pass. And he's like, he's working on his wide receiver skills.
There's Devin Hudson at the free throw line. He's now in the scoring column. He's on the board. He'll get one more free throw. Devin, a 5'10 junior combo guard. There's two on that trip. 4.5 left to play in this ball game. 21-point lead for Lathrop. Jaquette goes right into the defender. That's an easy offensive foul call.
Ouch. Ouch.
Quite a collision. Tony Lamelli stepping in front of the
He had a little
train.
knee to knee and even his chin a little bit.
He's trying to get some help up from his teammates. They're struggling a little bit, but they figured it out.
There's too much strength and muscle on him for those little guys to pick him up. He goes, I wanted to go to the rim on that one, but I think he got knee to knee. That'll sting for a while.
Yeah. Here's Avalar on the wing. Hudson. Over to Lakeo. He drives the baseline. Lakea, I beg your pardon. Coley with the follow. Coley goes right up and through the defender.
He took it right up to his chin.
Yep. Coley's going to go back to the free throw line. He's been there 12 times.
Anthony McKinnon's going, maybe I'll just let him shoot it next time. He's trying to act like it didn't hurt, but I could feel it from here. He got it right in the chin.
Jones going right at Hudson. Nice take. Cameron Jones is having himself a ball game. 24 points in the game for number 24 in white. Lakea, corner three. That one last touched by a Tiger. That'll go over to Lathrop.
Cameron's gonna tell his buddy Sebastian Lopez, he goes, you're supposed to score the number that's on your jersey. Lopez is wearing number 44. He's going, if I could do that, he goes, man, oh man, I tell you what, I'd love it. I don't know what the guy that's what Bohannon would have to say about that since he's wearing number 0.
How about Tony Lamelli coming out here taking 2 charges, right? We all see the scoreboard. We know what it is. But he's coming out there and took 2 straight charges.
Absolutely.
I'd like to see that.
You get the MasterCard award.
There he is, dropping off a dish to a cutting Avalar. Nice pass from Tony Lamelli over to Avalar. That's a name with some Patterson lore, the Lamellis. Jones stepped on the sideline, thought he was pushed out by Lamelli, but it's going to be a turnover.
We used to get a MasterCard award for the guy who takes the most charges. And then,
I like it.
And then get the Windex award for the guy who got the most rebounds. And I can never quite figure out what I wanted to do. I called it a 3 for 3 for 3. A player that gets 3 assists that lead to 3 3-pointers.
Huh.
And that would usually, if it was going to happen, would come from that guy in the middle of the zone I keep talking about.
Yeah.
He catches the ball, turns, and looks.
Yeah, he'd have a good opportunity to kick out for threes.
Just kick it out to the other, to the weak side wing, or off wing we call it.
His finish won't go. There's Coley with the rebound and follow.
Going to get in there and get 2 more. Good fake.
Coley with another rebound. He's
He's not going to give it up. He's not going to give it up. No need to.
It's all the way to the basket. And Coley, he's been at the free throw line 13 times already. He's going to go back for
Good shot. Got that little, when he goes up to the bucket, you get that elbow or some part of the body and bone to your face.
Yeah, he's going through defenders. He's not shying away from any contact at all. He's trying to get straight to the bucket.
Does not feel extremely good to have that happen. Of course, you know basketball is a non-contact sport.
So they say. We'll see what our sponsors have to say. We'll take a quick break, get a word from them, be back here on NorCal Sports TV's Super Saturday. Back with Amari Coley at the free throw line as you see McKinnon, number 23, making his way to the Lathrop bench.
Well, he's smart. He's coming down sitting next to Reeves, who has ice for his ankle. Reeves needs to give him that ice pack for that left eye because he got the second shot from Muhammad Ali. He got hit earlier when the guy went up. He just got hit again. You can see his left eye is actually looks like
it's a little swollen.
Up a little bit. And Reeves got to give him that ice pack. Except he may not want to put a foot ice pack on his eye.
Exactly, that's what I was thinking.
Mama's saying, no, man, don't put that on my son's eye.
Coley trying to get to the rack again. He's got 16 points after he knocked down the pair of free throws on that last trip. It's going to stay Patterson ball with 2:17 left to play. Mirrors up top to Coley.
Get out of his way. Get it up high. See, he looked at the rim. He looked at the rim but tried to bank it in. That's why he left it short. I guarantee you.
Here's Lamelli with it. The mid-post area. Kicks out to Leica. Nice head fake. Nice drop-off pocket pass. And Lamelli takes the bump.
Good pass and good movement by the Patterson High School squad. Coach McCleary huddled him up at halftime and calmed it down a little bit.
You mentioned they were tied after that third quarter. They were even in that third quarter, I should say. 14-14 apiece in that third. Patterson outscoring them here in the fourth. A little spark of life for the Tigers here in the second half. Ramirez tripped up by the, I don't want to say turf monster, I guess the hardwood floor monster on that one.
Got his feet mixed up a little bit. When that used to happen, we'd have fun with our teammates. We'd go out afterwards and look at that red line and say, I didn't realize that red line was so high.
Stick it up.
Sometimes that just happens. You're going to run the floor, and I've seen it happen with NBA guys. I've seen it happen in the NFL with football guys going. I can't remember what game I watched this year. The guy was going to he was going in for a touchdown, and he got his foot tangled and fell down on the 4-yard line. It was in the pros, and there was nobody near him. He wasn't hot dogging. Something weird happened, and he tripped himself.
It'll happen to the best of us. Here's Ramirez for the Tigers.
Unfortunately, when you get older, it's going to happen too. and the result isn't going to be as good. You're going to be a little more brittle.
Yeah, the recovery is a little longer in that case. As Lamelli gets bumped by Serrano. Spartans over the limit. Tigers in the double bonus, so Lamelli will get 2 free throws. That one won't go for Tony Lamelli. Get one more.
See these guys wearing these bright shoes now. There's no way in the world I'd wear a bright shoe and give the ref a chance to call traveling on me. They got fluorescent shoes. Makes it easier for them to think your feet are moving when maybe they aren't.
It's drawing too much attention to it. Yeah, it's come a long ways, right? The fashion here with all these accessories the kids are bumping out here.
Now, if I was jogging, I'd wear them.
There you go.
So, nighttime, a car could see my shoes and hoping not run me over, but I wouldn't want to wear bright shoes playing basketball.
Under a minute left to play. Super Saturday between Patterson and Lathrop. There's a three-pointer on the wing. Won't go for junior Ayo. Here the other way. Layup left a little bit short by Cristosimo. It's going to stay with Lathrop.
Good hustle back by the Patterson player. Cristosimo wished he hadn't hustled so much. He wanted to get that bucket. He's going to take it to the rim now. There you go.
Gets it to go.
Don't want any cheap ones. Get in there and earn that, baby, and get an and one. He's feeling better now about missing that. It was almost a breakaway, but the Patterson player hustled so much he had to sort of hang in there. Again, one of those layups that you think's easy, but nice free throw stroke, too.
3-point play for Reniel Cristosimo. Got about 2-3 second difference between shot and game clock. There's Ayo with it. It's over to Leica. Leica coming off the Lamelli screen. The final seconds wrap up. Ayo will toss one up. That one blocked. Serrano's going to bring it across.
Get out of the way. Uh-oh. They're just going to hold it now.
Yeah, Spartans will let this one tick away.
Since he scored that last bucket, he goes, I'll hold it. If he hadn't scored, he probably have gone in there and got, what I remember sometimes when you're younger and you get into a ball game, you at least foul a guy, so you get in the book. Get in the newspaper because they put a box score.
Yeah.
If you didn't get your ink. No attempt, no fouls, your name may not be in the book, but if you got a foul, you can go look at the paper the next day and see your name in there.
Get yourself some ink. So that'll do it for this one. In the end, Lathrop comes out with a 74-57 victory over Patterson. They improved to 16-8 overall. Loss drops Patterson to 16-10. Don't forget, up next, we'll have more high school basketball action. We got Mountain House and McLean set to hit the floor in just about 13 minutes. So hope you stick with us here on NorCalSportsTV.com and YouTube.com/NorCalSportsTV. So for color commentator Denny I, producer Joseph Yanez, cameraman Tomoya Narisawa, and Jason Green, I'm Mario Ramos saying thank you for watching Super Saturday on NorCal Sports TV.